Most neighborhoods in Atlantic Beach are quiet and pristine, so when one person who lived there noticed a cell phone tower more than 100 feet tall being erected behind her backyard, she started digging for answers. As On Your Side's Rich Donnelly shows us, when the city wouldn't listen to her concerns, she called First Coast News.
It's so close. It's so close.
That it is a temporary cell phone tower. A permanent one is scheduled to be built later. The tower is mere feet from Lisa Griffis's backyard, and she doesn't want it there.
I understand that cell phone towers are necessary, but I believe that there should be a little bit more thought put into where they're placed.
The tower is owned by Verizon and currently sits on land owned by the city of Atlantic Beach. Griffis is worried about what this will do to her property value.
And when Verizon Wireless is not putting that thought into where they're placed, I very much rely upon my city to do that for us and speak on our behalf.
But the city says that they signed a lease with Verizon, so the tower has to stay. And that's when Griffis contacted First Coast News. According to this lease, Verizon will pay the city of Atlantic Beach $31,500 a year to place a cell phone tower on city-owned land near where a water tower used to be on 11th Street, right behind Griffis's backyard. But it wasn't the city's first choice.
The city did suggest a location that was in the Central Business District in Mayport, which makes really good sense. But Verizon said no to that.
This map shows where the current tower is compared to where the city suggested it should be located. This coverage map, which was provided by Verizon, shows a red unreliable service area if the tower is removed, whereas this map still shows service areas based on the tower's current location, and there's still an unreliable service area over the Mayport Central Business District.
Which is exactly where the city suggested the tower be located.
But this goes beyond coverage maps. According to Section 19-37-1, Part B of the City of Atlantic Beach Code of Ordinances, wireless support structures are not permitted within the public rights-of-way. So what constitutes a public right-of-way? Well, according to Section 19-1 of the same Code of Ordinances, public rights-of-way include city-owned property and facilities.
I feel like very little due diligence was done on behalf of the city, and it's frustrating because they're very strict on private citizens who want to do updates to their house.
The city of Atlantic Beach did not respond to calls from First Coast News about this cell phone tower, but they did tell Griffis that their lawyers will look into her concerns. Lisa Griffis started a petition that calls for Verizon and the city to move the tower away from homes. We have a link to that petition in this story on our website, firstcoastnews.com. Reporting in Atlantic Beach, Rich Donnelly, First Coast News. On your side.